विष्णु 10 साल लग गए बनाने के लिए मूवी। हाँ, 10 साल में कभी ऐसा एक सिचुएशन था जब आपको लगा कि यार मैं होप गिव अप कर रहा हूं, मेरे लिए टफ है, आई कांट डू दिस एनीमोर, ऐसा हुआ?
सी बात करने के पहले मैं एक राइडर दे रहा हूँ आपको, मेरे को हिंदी अच्छी तरह नहीं मालूम है, बात करने के लिए कोशिश करूंगा, मगर गलत है तो माफ करिए। Okay?
हम सबको माफ करते हैं, हमारा दिल बहुत बड़ा है। वी आर वेरी लविंग।
ये 10 साल से फिल्म शुरू नहीं हुआ, सिर्फ स्क्रिप्टिंग हो रहे थे और 2014 से स्क्रिप्टिंग करने के लिए शुरू किया। ये क्यों इतनी दिन लगा? क्योंकि मेरा बजट बहुत बड़ा था कन्नप्पा के लिए और सिर्फ मेरा मार्केट 25 to 30 करोड़, उसमें शर्म नहीं है बोलने के लिए, यू हैव टू स्पीक द फैक्ट। एंड मैं सोच रहा था इतने दिन अच्छा मेरा फिल्म और बड़ा हो जाएगा मेरा फिल्म, ये फिल्म माउंट करूँगा। 2023 में एक फिल्म करना था मैं, और मेरे पिताजी बुलाकर सुनो 10 करोड़ में एक फिल्म बन रहे तो रिस्क है, 1000 करोड़ से फिल्म बन रहे तो भी रिस्क है। आप बहुत दिन से कन्नप्पा में काम कर रहे हैं ना, ये फिल्म कर लो, ये अच्छा चलेगा, रिस्क ले रहे ना, ले लो ये रिस्क। इसलिए और पिताजी बोला गलत है तो मैं आपका पीछे हूँ, तेरा पीछे हूँ मैं, तू जा, मैं भी सब सपोर्ट करूँगा। एंड विद माय फादर्स ब्लेसिंग आई जंप्ड इन।
बट आई लव द फैक्ट 1000 करोड़ भी रिस्क है, 10 करोड़ भी रिस्क है, सो रिस्क है, जस्ट गो फॉर इट, है ना?
दैट्स इट।
देखा जाए व्हाट नेम्स यार, अक्षय कुमार, प्रभास, मोहनलाल, कांट गेट बिगर देन दैट। बट ये बताओ कि ये एक फोन कॉल में आ गए?
प्रभास को ऐसे पूछा, ब्रदर ऐसे फिल्म करना है, क्या फिल्म? मैं कन्नप्पा कर रहा हूँ, हमारा इसमें कैरेक्टर है, करना है, ओके आई डू इट, ऐसे ही बोला। एंड मोहनलाल जी को मैं जाकर बचपन से मेरे पिताजी जैसा है, बचपन से उसको सर का फिल्म कर देखकर मैं आई ग्रो अप, एंड पूरा कहानी बोलकर बोला आपको 6-7 डेज चाहिए, आप ओके है तो हम कर लूँगा, ओके मैं करूँगा। सीधा जाकर आई फेल लाइक अ स्वीट, आई सेड फॉर मी यू आर अ लेजेंड एंड फॉर मी टू एक्ट विद यू इट्स अ ऑनर। देन मिस्टर अक्षय कुमार दो बार हमारा अक्षय जी का टीम का साथ बात हुआ। 10 दिन का कम रोल है, इसलिए वो बहुत इंटरेस्ट नहीं दिखाया अक्षय जी का टीम। इसके बाद में अक्षय जी का डायरेक्टर एक आदमी था सुधा कुंगरू जी। सुधा जी को बोला मैं, आप फिल्म कर रहे एक बार बात करिए, आई नीड इन द फिल्म। उसके बाद अक्षय जी का साथ बात हुआ और हम दोनों फोन में बात किया है।
मैंने सुना है, करेक्ट मी इफ आई एम रॉन्ग, ओके, कि नन ऑफ दी स्टार्स, मोहनलाल, प्रभास, अक्षय कुमार, इन लोगों ने 1 रुपया भी नहीं लिया फिल्म के लिए।
ओनली प्रभास है ना, मोहनलाल जी पैसा नहीं लिया, क्योंकि मोहनलाल जी और अक्षय और प्रभास मेरा ब्रदर है। हाँ, एंड मोहनलाल जी का सामने मैं उनका बेटा जैसा हूँ, और वो दोनों सिर्फ ये फिल्म मेरा पिताजी से रेस्पेक्ट और लव से किया ये फिल्म, एंड आई एम रियली ग्रेटफुल। दे डोंट नीड टू डू दिस मूवी बट दे डिड इट। वेल, कमिंग टू मिस्टर अक्षय जी, this is the first time I'm meeting Mr. Akshay Kumar, and why should he do it free for me? I have no relationship with him, and he was right, and he did cut his fee, I'll be honest with you, and I didn't pay him anything until he finished the movie, and on the last day of the film he was signing the agreement. I said, why Akshay ji, baat diya na, bas aapka agreement nahi chahiye, I'll take your word. He said, my people might do a mistake, Vishnu, but this is for safety, just take it. And I gave him the money after almost 45 to 60 days later, and he never once called me and said I need the money. He said, you give me when you want to do it. I gave the money because it wasn't right on my part to hold back the money also.
You know, I remember you stood for Akshay Kumar. आप खड़े हो गए थे अक्षय कुमार के लिए जब एक फैन ने कॉल आउट किया था कि उनकी सबसे ज्यादा मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ डिजास्टर फिल्म्स अक्षय कुमार की, और आप खड़े हो गए अक्षय कुमार के लिए। Where did that come from?
See, you cannot take the superstardom of Mr. Akshay Kumar. He's a brilliant actor, okay? And just because someone says, it was in a very freaky thing where I was doing a Q&A session in Twitter, X now.
Yes.
And someone said that, and I didn't like it. I respect Mr. Akshay Kumar. My respect for him grew more after I worked with him. So I felt the need to just correct that gentleman. It's like a lot of the heroines of yesteryears. Yeah. We were taking from the south. Everybody were coming down south and acting, and from south, you people stole many of our, beautiful women. For example, you stole Miss Sridevi. She became so busy here. She was hardly coming back there. Like Miss Jayprada. All these. Miss Rekha. All these people. They're brilliant actors. They came. They shifted their base here because, the audition and the kind of opportunities they got here were constant. And so we missed out on them. The same thing now. What's going to happen is that even our audience, because of the explosion of the OTTs. For example, my mother, now she doesn't know Hindi. Okay, now most of the Hindi movies are dubbed in Telugu. She's happily watching it on OTT. So now she's relating to all the actors and everybody over, and her new favorite is the gentleman from Bhool Bhulaiya.
No,
the comedian who has this thing on his head. Mr. Rajpal Yadav ji.
Ah.
Yeah, my mom's new favorite is, you know, she rolls over laughs on that.
On a favorite list, where are you?
Oh, my mom's, for my mom, I'll be the on the top, right? She likes me more than my dad's thing.
एक और था, I love your responses, इसलिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ, बहुत टाइम से मैं आपको फॉलो कर रहा हूँ, so I was very interested in chatting with you. ट्वीट चल रहा था, वह संदीप रेड्डी वांगास, भद्राचलम पिक्चर्स, उन्होंने कहा they're looking for aspiring actors, and bump from your Twitter handle comes your statement saying applied. What's the truth?
There's no truth. I you know, later many of them told that I put them in a very embarrassing situation. One among the common friends who we have, because they couldn't reply back to me on Twitter, nor they could call and say, you know, they didn't know whether I was serious or bantering. Someone put it up on, you know, it came in my social media feed, and you know, I was just going to bed, and I was like, okay, yeah, I applied too. You know, I just wanted to be funny. But then the next day when I was at office, people are like, did you? They actually ran stories on the news networks that, you know, I'm a part of the movie, and you know, I was like, oh shit, this is, you know, this is going in a different direction, which I didn't want.
The Artist Association के president हैं. आपने एक लेटर भेजा था सिंटा को about the Prabhas being called a joker by Arshad Varsi, and I like the fact that you stood up for your own people. Where does that courage come from?
See, I'm in a responsible position, and I'm also sure Mr. Arshad Varsi did not mean what he said, but as actors, we have a very powerful voice, and statements like that can divide the unity which we already have. We should try to unite the industry, and it's a beautiful period where we're all growing. And that's why I sent a letter to Sunita saying that could you please ask, you know, not just Mr. Arshad Varsi, but others in general to refrain from doing this, because we do not want small things to escalate, especially like we both were talking in this generation of social media. I don't want to elaborate it more. You know,
We are not part of this generation.
we are not part of the generation.
FII.
You know, you cough, they're offended. You sneeze, you're offended. And on social media, the fan wars are getting ugly. And I didn't want that to escalate. So I just wanted it to be a full stop, that we addressed it. So the matter's addressed. So leave it as it is.
Manchu, parivar, family also gets a certain amount of criticism.
We do get it.
But do you feel sometimes it becomes zyada hi overbearing and
See,
unfair?
brother, I'll tell you one thing. My philosophy of life is if I'm going to be bothered about what 25, 30 people around me are talking about me, I will not be able to reach the goal what I set out for. I don't bother about what other people think, as long as my heart is clear and my path is really, you know, clear. You know, if I start addressing each and every one of them around me, then I'll be just answering all the people. And God is everywhere. That's what I believe in.
I mean, there's a WhatsApp group of Telugu actors where supposedly Rana's there, Ramcharan, everyone's there. And whenever someone gets a trailer out, they put it there so everyone can tweet it or spread the word around. Are you part of the Telugu industry WhatsApp group of actors?
I was.
Why did you get out of it?
Because it was too taxing for me. You know, if you're there in it, you have to be responsible for it. And if you're not there in it, you're a little protected. So I told Bunny and Rana started it, and I told them, God, Ross, if you need anything, just text me, man. There's too much in there, and there are too many women in there, and I'm too shy with women around me. I hardly have a conversation, so I'm like, leave me out of it.
Allu Arjun, Junior NTR, Rana, Ramcharan, are you all like very, very thin?
We all grew up together, so you know we're all just a phone call away for each and every one of them.
Is there an emotional connect also strongly for each other?
Of course. See, one of the best things our fathers have given us are these relationships, and it's up to us how to take these relationships forward.
How nice. You take care of 120 orphans also. Do you do that?
Yes.